What have you been drinking today?
I drink wine.
Oh, yeah? Uh-huh.
And smoke marijuana.
For my love, my darling, I hurry for your touch.
I gotta go! One more toast. Thank you. Okay. No time for food. Thank you. Hello, I'm John Alpert. In the 10 years since the Vietnam War ended, I've made 5 trips to Vietnam, and I've shot all these videotapes, probably more than any other reporter. And as I've talked to the Vietnamese people from behind my camera, for some reason they seem to like me. They always invite me into their homes. I get to walk around the rice fields with them. I go into the factories, and we get a pretty good idea of what daily life in Vietnam is like. We just went back to Vietnam, and we were able to find some of the families that we filmed on our previous trips. The name of our report is Vietnam Talking to the People. And let's start by going back to the slums of Saigon. They call it Ho Chi Minh City now. And we're looking for a woman and her family that we filmed 8 years ago. District 4 was one of Saigon's worst slums. 8 years ago, we videotaped Mrs. Bay and her large family living in only one room. When we returned to Vietnam, officials told us the slums were gone. But we found the slums, and we found Mrs. Bay standing in front of the same shack. Mrs. Bay, can you remember me? A little bit, huh? You got glasses now. This is your house. Let me go. Let's see inside. Take me inside, all right? Let's go. Hello? How are you? Has anything changed in here? In this house? This house is the same, right? Basically the same, uh-huh. You got more people living here. You got any more furniture? Furniture. No furniture. Uh-huh. Mrs. Bay's situation is typical of the families that live in District 4. How long have you been living here in this house? About 10 years, uh-huh. Do you think you're going to get a new house soon? You hope so, huh? You think so? Uh-huh. How many people living in here? 10 people? Oh, my goodness. You don't have a bathroom or running water or anything else like that, huh? No bathroom? No. Hello, ma'am. How long you been living in that house there? 3 years. How many people with you? 3. Do you think you're going to get a new house soon? No. She's been there 3 years now, right?
Yeah.
How long before somebody like her can expect to have a new house?
Trong những năm 90.
Sometime in the next decade, maybe 10 years from now. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
2 years after the war, we visited Vietnam's largest rug factory. The owner, Mr. Den, was a tough boss who had a lot of money.
Ngay cả tiền còn ngân hàng cũng không có tịch thu. Chỉ có đổi thì nhà nước lại trả cho lấy nhà.
We returned to the factory 8 years later. Mr. Den was still in charge.
Ngồi tạm chứ không phải.
You're still a tough boss, huh?
Dạ.
Tough? Now how's the factory doing? You're busy now, huh?
Năm nay xưởng làm sao? Xưởng năm nay làm tốt hơn mấy năm trước.
Better than last year. These are your raw materials here?
Vâng, đây là nhiên liệu.
Where do they come from?
Nhiên liệu này, cái này thì mua ở Nhật Bản, còn cái này thì...
From Japan. Do you always have enough materials?
Năm ngoái thì vì thiếu mất 6 tháng không mua nhiều.
Last year you ran out for about 6 months. You had to shut the factory down?
Phải đóng cửa. Vâng, phải đóng cửa 16 tháng.
This is your balance sheet, Mr. Den.
Vâng.
It keeps going, it goes down. How much money did you lose? About $1,000? And just because you couldn't get your raw materials?
Vâng.
That must have been tough, huh? Yeah. Whose chickens are those? Are those the boss's chickens? The boss keeps chickens in the factory? The carpet business is bad, so you started farming now?
Gà là gà nhà tôi nuôi đấy, ở đây nó nuôi.
These are your own chickens. You want to make sure you have enough to eat.
Đây là nhà của chúng tôi đây ở.
In the old days, Mr. Den and his wife proudly showed us their expensive mansion. But his car was already feeling the effects of a crumbling economy. So your wife is still here with you, huh? And this is the old car that I filmed. You still don't have any tires for it. You got all your family working here at the factory too, right? Who are you?
I am his father-in-law.
No, you're not the father-in-law. He's the father-in-law. You're the son-in-law.
Son-in-law, I am
This
his
is your
son-in-law.
daughter. Your daughter? Yeah.
I'm his daughter.
You're the daughter. To support his family, Mr. Den sold the mansion, and everyone lives in the back of the factory. For the first time, his wife works. So your mother-in-law had to open up a sewing factory in the back of the rug shop?
Yes, sir.
What, to get more money?
Sure.
Now, who made more money last year? Her or your father-in-law with the rug business? Who made more money?
My mother-in-law.
You made more money last year? Yeah?
Sure.
How come your family still stays in Vietnam?
We are waiting for exit visas.
You're ready to go to the United States?
Right.
And you're training your grandson to run a rug factory in America?
Vâng.
Yes? You're going to be a businessman, make a lot of money? Yes? All in the family, huh? 500,000 Vietnamese have asked to go to the United States, but only 200 a week are processed by American officials.
We're foreign service officers of the Department of State. We come here once a week, depending on how many people are to be taken out.
How long do you spend here?
We spend 2 hours, from the time that the plane lands until the plane is ready to take off again. This is one nuclear family, mother, father, and children, and they have one of their children, of their parents, is already in the United States and has petitioned for the whole family to come over through normal immigrant visa procedures.
Right. Where are you going to go to?
Portland, Oregon.
To where?
Portland, Oregon.
Portland, Oregon. Do you know where Portland, Oregon is?
Em có biết Portland, Oregon ở đâu không?
No.
Huh? You don't know?
Miền Tây đâu.
Who's waiting for you there?
Ai có gia đình thân nhân ở đó đón em?
My sister.
Your sister? Oh, they seem happy, don't they?
Yes, they are. They're very happy. They've been waiting a long time. Cho đây mấy năm rồi. Cho đây bao lâu rồi?
Yeah.
Mấy năm?
4 years.
4 years they've been waiting.
4 years? What's the paper that they're signing?
This is a visa application for an immigrant visa. These are immigrants.
How many people in your family are going to the United States?
We have 11 people.
11. When you told the Vietnamese government you wanted to go, were they angry? No. They just said go? Where are you going to go?
San Jose.
San Jose.
San Jose. San Jose. Do you know anything about California? Do you know what it's like there?
Yes.
Yes? Tell me about California.
California is a state that the weather is very calm
The weather's very calm in California.
and very suited to the Vietnamese.
Very good weather for Vietnamese. Can you speak English?
I can. Yes, I can. Nói đi. I can.
Yes, you can. Today, where are you going to go?
I going to the United States. I going. Today I going to the United States.
You can't say it yet, but he's going, huh? All right, have a nice trip. One woman, leaning against the pole here, was going to tell the Americans that she wasn't married. Your relatives
Yes.
told you to say that you were single.
Yes.
So you're going to leave your husband behind?
Yes. She is afraid. I cannot go to the United States with my family.
If you say you're married.
So I must say I am single,
But you're not single.
but I have my husband.
Yeah.
I'm very sad when I leave from Vietnam because my husband still be in Vietnam today. I want my husband go with me to United States. I hope you help me
Help you.
to for my husband can go to the United States in the future.
Well, do you want me to talk with them? Shall I talk with the men? You want me to talk with the American man there and find out what you should do?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. There's a lady in the crowd, okay, whose husband told her to say she was single, but she's really married, and she's really nervous because she's leaving her husband behind. What are the consequences of doing something like that? What's going to happen to her?
It's really against her own self-interest, and that's why we urge them to tell the truth, but we can't seem to get the word across.
So what's going to happen when she comes up to the table? Should she tell you the truth, and then is she going to get nailed and be left behind?
If she tells me the truth, she will be left behind for a limited period of time, which will speed up the application process for the husband. If she leaves without the husband, she may be separated from him for years.
I talked to the man, and I told him your story, and he says better to tell him the truth. If you go without your husband today, maybe many years you're separated. If you tell him the truth, maybe only 1 year. But you have to stay here 1 more year. So you have to think about what you're going to do.
If I have stay here,
If you have to stay here,
my family
will they have to stay here too? Will they have to stay here too? I don't know. I don't know. You want me to ask him? Shall I ask him? The question is, if she confesses to you and she stays behind, do her 2 sisters who are also on the same application have to stay behind, or can they leave? If everything they've said is the truth.
Yeah, they can leave.
So only she'll be staying behind.
Yes.
Okay. He told me, right, that no problem for your sisters. No problem. Sisters can go.
yeah.
So what are you going to do? Are you going to tell him you're single, or are you going to tell him you're married? What are you going to do?
So, theo gia đình, I want to go to the United States with my family today.
And you're going to leave your husband behind.
Yes.
Cô lập gia đình chưa? Cô lập gia đình chưa bao giờ?
She's single and going over back to the United States?
So she says.
And so when they walk out, what's happening to them?
They're leaving Vietnam more or less forever.
Who are you leaving behind? Who are you leaving behind? Who?
Dạ bà nội.
Your grandmother? Are you sad about leaving today? Do you want to stay here? You want to go? You told him you were single. You told him you were single.
Yes, yes, I'm single.
You think you did the right thing?
Yes.
You ready to go? Okay, have a nice trip. Bye.
I hope to meet you again.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
American soldiers left behind most of their Vietnamese girlfriends and over 300,000 Amerasian children. What's your name?
My name is Bùi Thị Mai.
Your name is Bùi Thị Mai,
Yes.
And you had an American boyfriend?
Yes, I did.
What's your daughter's name?
That's my daughter is Miss Thu Hà.
And your son?
Tên Kiệt.
Mr. Kiet?
Kiet.
You have a lot of money when you're with the American?
Yes.
But, I mean, now it's not, you living here with what, 3 other families?
Yes.
You got a bed over there?
Yeah. I got bedroom in here
Another
too.
bed over here?
Yes.
So how many people altogether living in this house?
By 8 people.
Really? A little bit crowded, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you have a nicer house before when you were living with the American man?
Yes, I did.
With Vietnam's approval, Miss Mai has applied to go to the United States and search for her children's father. Well, do you think you're going to be able to find your boyfriend? Did he ever write to you?
No.
Do you think he's waiting?
I write him a lot of letter, but I don't got no answer.
Well, all right. Maybe I'll see you guys in New York, okay? All right. This is crazy. Look at all these people here. My goodness. In the crowd waiting outside, we found another Amerasian child. And everywhere we looked, there were more. Look at more half American kids. Another one here. My goodness. Hello. Let me see that American girl. And look at this. We got a half American kid over there. Huh?
Yes.
Is his father American?
Sure.
This Amerasian girl works as a panhandler, hustling all the reporters. So, how are you doing today?
I am fine. You?
Good. You making any money today, asking people for money?
No help come from come here.
Nobody with any money's been coming here.
You interview her, man?
Yeah, I'm talking to her. How you doing? Everybody here speaking English. How are you?
I'm feel a little bit drunk.
You're a little bit drunk. Oh, I'm sorry. All right.
Where do you come from, my friend?
New York.
New York?
Yeah.
Are you
What have you been drinking today?
around the market?
Beer?
No, I drink wine
Oh, yeah? Uh-huh.
and smoke marijuana.
No, they don't have marijuana here anymore. Really?
Yes, I still got marijuana.
That is marijuana. I smell
I
it.
got it.
Well, all right, now listen. All you people, you live on the street, right?
No, not all.
You live on the
Some.
street?
I live outside.
You live outside,
On the street.
Uh-huh.
The request about the humanitarian
To go to the United States.
to get back their fatherland.
Yeah, are you going to go back to the United States?
I don't have for paper.
You don't have any papers?
Yet I don't have mother too.
And how about you? Where you want to go to the United States?
Yes, I get back there because we respect the God.
All right, but listen, the United States doesn't want people like you. They don't want people who are drinking and smoking marijuana, so maybe that's why. Seriously.
I quit, man. I quit
Wait
and
a
I
minute,
go
you got
there.
a marijuana cigarette
I
in
find a
your
new
hand.
future.
You got a marijuana...
See, if I there, I will throw out, man. I will throw.
You promise to stop if you go to the United States.
I never, man. I throw out. I throw out. Throw out.
Well, let's see what's at the black market today. Something from America. How you doing? You selling blue jeans today?
Hôm nay vẫn còn jean hả?
Levi's? You gonna buy them?
Hôm nay mua hả?
Yeah. How much for these blue
Bao nhiêu
jeans?
tiền đây?
5,000.
5,000.
5,000 dong? That's like half a year's salary. Vietnamese living abroad send tons of merchandise to their relatives. Most winds up in the black market at incredible prices. Something like that's going to cost 5 years' salary. Where can you get the money for that?
Thì nuôi chừng 2 con heo một năm là được 3 tả là dư mua rồi đó.
You raised 2 pigs a year and you just sold your pigs and now you're buying a stereo. He just sold his pigs. How much you going to charge him?
Có 10.000 cái à, 5.000, 3.000.
10,000 dong. 10,000. You going to buy it?
Có
10,000.
10.000 đồng à, có mua không? Mà vô.
Không thích
thôi, nào thích
I don't like it.
You don't like it? Too
Đang đi
expensive.
xem mà.
Listen, you're going to have to lower the price. How about 8,000?
8.000 không?
8,000? No. 9,000.
9.000 đi.
9,000?
Trả 9.000 đi, mua bà bán á.
Chưa thích.
You still don't like it. Uh-oh, he's not going to buy it. Is there a lot of competition?
Không có ai cạnh tranh ai hết trơn á. Một
No
giá một.
competition. Everybody sets the price fixing. So everybody charges the same price for this stereo. Grandma, what's for lunch today? What's that?
Hôm nay bán gì đây? Dog.
Duck. You cooked it yourself?
Bà nấu ăn lấy hả?
How's it taste?
Ăn ngon không?
Good. Oh, they like your cooking, Grandma. Can you make enough money to survive?
Bà có đủ tiền để sinh sống không?
No. It's kind of tough, huh?
Khó khăn hả?
It's tough for the government, too. They can't afford to make enough electricity, so a different section of the city gets blacked out each night. There are plenty of gas stations, but they're always closed. When one does open up, the line forms quickly, but there doesn't have to be any rationing. The price takes care of that. That's all you're going to buy?
Hôm nay mua tí vậy thôi hả?
Just this much?
Mua một tí xíu hả?
Why, so it's too expensive?
Đắt quá sao?
Creative Vietnamese have invented a new way to run their vehicles. What's he putting in there?
Anh đổ cái gì vào đó cho
What's he putting in there? Charcoal. Charcoal. So you mean this motor runs without gasoline?
Cái máy này không chạy bằng xăng hả?
Không chạy bằng xăng, chạy bằng
Only
than.
charcoal. The charcoal makes the gas and it runs the engine. Yeah, it works. A ride on the charcoal bus costs 5 cents, but some prefer to walk, like these Buddhist monks who go by every morning begging for money. Do you have any trouble practicing your religion now?
Theo như tôn giáo, Phật giáo Việt Nam hiện tại thì có cái gì khó khăn nào?
You guys don't have any problems at this time, Well, have you collected any money today? Is anybody giving you money? You've collected all that today? That's not bad. I can't believe my eyes. Look at that. You got Coca-Cola in Vietnam?
Yes. This is
Coca-Cola?
Palo from the
What's inside?
Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola inside?
Yes.
I don't think so.
Inside the root beer. Because
Oh,
we had a
inside
concept.
root beer.
But we call that this way. This is before 1975.
From 1975, the bottle.
Yes, sure.
False advertising. False advertising.
No, we don't.
Everybody knows.
Sure, everybody knows.
Everybody knows what's inside.
Sure.
Looking for something to eat, we discovered the Tricky restaurant. On the inside, it looks normal. Then we made the mistake of asking for the special of the day.
Coi như là con này nó đẹp hơn.
Has he been bitten before? Has he been bitten before? 6 times?
Yeah, 6 times. About a year ago.
About a year ago he was bitten, huh?
Yeah.
This is a cobra?
Yeah, cobra.
Để Phan chưa từ đó lấy cái tay ra.
What are you going to do with all that snake blood?
And this blood is to drink
For who?
for every man who wants. And for
Any-
you,
For me?
yes, for you,
What is that?
that the heart,
That's the snake's heart.
yes,
It's still beating.
yes.
And what are you going to do with it?
To take it out with
Yeah.
a little bit of wine
Yeah.
and drink.
Yeah. Who's going to drink it?
You. It's still burning about 50 minutes.
It's going to beat for the next 15 minutes, Mm. Am I going to eat it while it's still beating?
Sure.
And I drink this? Okay. What's that?
The bat.
The bat.
Yes.
And what do you do with that?
We eat and drink blood with wine.
You eat the bat and drink his blood.
Yes.
Rồi, anh Lâm lột da.
What is she doing?
And she brought the snake into the water.
Boiling the snake,
Yeah.
And who is she? Who's the cook?
That's the mama son.
That's your mother?
Yeah.
Mama cooks the snake.
Yeah, yeah.
What is this stuff here? What's this stuff?
This is the bat.
That's the
And you
bat?
fry the bat into the...
You fried the bat?
Yeah.
Is everybody who works here part of your family?
Yes, everybody here in my family.
It's a family business.
Yes. And this is lunch for you. This is
Lunch for me.
snake food.
Snake.
Yeah.
Thịt dơi nữa.
Fried snake. What's this?
The bat.
And that's the bat.
Yeah, the bat.
Snake and bat. What is this?
This is the
Yeah.
snake and bat blood with wine.
That's the snake and
It's
bat
boiled.
blood with wine. Give
Yeah.
that to my friend. Let's see if he'll drink that. Good?
Yeah, wonderful.
Holy shit.
Where did you learn all these songs?
By the red cut.
You learned by the record?
Yeah.
Did you ever go in the United States?
Yes.
When?
1969.
69?
Yeah.
What were you doing?
Pilot.
Oh, you were learning how to fly in the Air
Yeah.
Force
What the
Base.
fly?
And you came back here in the South Vietnamese Air Force?
Yes.
And what happened to you after the war?
The happen of the war for me, I'm going to get hopped up.
Oh, you went to the re-education camp?
Yes.
And how many years?
4 years.
4 years and they let you out?
Yes, 4 years get out.
You have any problems now?
It's now.
It's okay now?
I think so.
You hope so?
Yeah.
Play one more song for me.
My love, my darling, I heard for your touch alone, lonely time.
At the end of the war, 10,000 men who served the losing South Vietnamese government were locked up for re-education. So, Major, this is the camp in here. This is the camp?
Đây là trại.
This is it. How many people in here?
Đây có bao nhiêu người? Bây giờ có bao nhiêu người?
Đây có 479 người.
About 400. 479. When did you build the camp? 1975. This is where the people live? One guy. How you doing? And how long have you been here in this camp here?
Từ 72 tới giờ. 82.
From 1982.
From 1982. You've been here
Đầu
about
82.
2 years.
Như thế là 2 năm rồi đấy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Where do you stay? Take me over there. Where do you stay?
Ông ngủ ở đâu đấy?
You sleep right here.
Yeah.
This is your bedroom.
Đây có phải là cái giường ngủ không đấy?
And everybody sleeps by these things. And is this the best camp that you've ever been in?
Đã tốt.
Yeah, this is the best one. And how many people living in here with you?
Trong cái phòng này có bao nhiêu người ở mấy ông?
Dạ 26 người.
26.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Let's go to the next spot. All right, thank you. All right, what's this, Captain?
Đây là cái phòng sách. Là cái thư
This
viện.
is the reading room. Attention, how are you? And what do we have here? What's in the library? Uncle Ho's story.
It's the science book.
These are the science books. Well, some of this stuff is pretty old. This is 1979. What's the newest thing that you have in the library? The collected work of Lenin. That's the latest books that you've added to the library.
Giới thiệu với ông, đây là cái đội văn nghệ của trại.
This is the music group, huh? Hit it, fellas. Ha ha! Speak English, you. No English. How about you? Can you speak English? Yes. You can? How long you been in this camp? 10 years. Why? Officer. You were an officer before. You get enough food? Enough food? Enough to eat? No? When can you go home? I don't know. This is the visiting center.
Anh Toại. Đến
Oh, this guy has his family here. Mr. Twy has his family. Don't get up. I'll come in.
Đây là một gia đình mà anh Toại cải tạo mà được chúng tôi bố trí.
He was a good guy,
24
a
giờ.
good boy, so he gets to see his family, right? Are you going to stay here tonight?
Dạ.
Dạ thưa ở đây.
You're going to stay here tonight? And you too?
Dạ ở đây này.
Listen, what did you bring your husband? That's okay, you can hold hands. What did you bring your husband? What did you bring him? Show me what you brought him today.
Dạ.
Show me.
Dạ đây là miếng.
Oh, he brought him some chow mein. And chickens. You're going to make chicken soup tonight?
I think so.
Have you been re-educated?
Vâng.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so.
You ready to go home?
Every go home. And my dream will go home. And I think I will go home.
You think you will go home?
In future.
Listen, Major, the people in the United States want to make sure that you're not taking me on a guided tour. So can I go to any of these other dormitories? Anything I want. All right. Hello. How you doing? Anybody speak English? Can you speak English? How long have you been here in this camp?
10 years ago.
You've been in this camp 10 years?
No, 5 years.
5 years here. Where were you before?
Major.
You were a major before.
Yes.
How are they treating you here? You get enough? Do you get enough food? You get enough food? Not enough?
I don't know why the meaning of enough or not enough.
Yeah. Are you hungry? You get meat?
Okay, everybody did the food and everything, but
not enough.
but not enough.
Not enough. It's pretty hard in here, isn't it? It's a tough life. It's a tough life.
You know, I can't answer about your question.
Uh-huh. Why? Because the guys standing around here make you nervous? A lot of people feel abandoned by the Americans, okay? Please give a message to President Reagan. What do you want to tell him?
Every prisoner is a scam. Would like to have freedom life.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that the freedom world can save us.
Save you.
Save us. Bring us out as quick as possible.
The Americans are gone, but Vietnam's military remains active. They have the 4th largest standing army in the world. When did you get missiles like this?
After 1965.
In 1965? Uh-huh. Uh-oh, it's going to attack us. We better get out of here. Look out. And where do you get this equipment from?
They come from the Soviet Union.
Uh-huh. Are you expecting any trouble?
We are ready. We are already ready.
For who?
For Chinese airplane.
Well, now you're worried about the Chinese.
Yes.
Uh-huh. Well, the only thing the soldiers really seemed worried about was how to get their hands on this brand new Toyota, complete with tape deck, that Vietnam rents to foreign reporters. Pretty good, huh? How about rock and roll? You like rock and roll?
No.
No? How about you? You like rock and roll? There he is. Look at this guy. He's tapping his feet and everything. There's food at the Hanoi market, if you can afford it. The ingredients for a small salad cost 3 days' salary. How much for the tomatoes today?
60 piastres.
60 dong. For two? What is this? It's tea. Uh-huh. Did you grow it yourself? Yeah? Uh-huh. How's business this year? Not so good? No? And how about you? How's your business this year? How's the banana business? Not, you can't sell anything either? Periodically, the government distributes rice. The price is cheap, and the rationing is strict. Is this your rice, Grandpa? Is that your rice? Yeah? When the rationing director didn't want pictures, we went across the street. Is this your rice here? It is?
This is my
Uh-huh. How many people in your family?
Em có 6 khẩu.
6 people. Uh-huh. And how long is this rice supposed to last you for?
Ăn gì 8 ngày thôi.
About 8 days. Uh-huh. More rice is available at the private market. Is this your rice? Uh-huh. How much is the rice today? How much are you selling it for? 40 dong. That's 100 times more expensive than in the government store. Like other countries, some people without money resort to crime. What did he steal?
Nó ví ăn cắp tiền của công nhân.
He's a pickpocket, yeah? Who did he pickpocket? Who's his victim?
Cấp ngoài đâu? Của đây.
The lady over there? What's going to happen to him now?
He will take to the police station.
Going to the police station? Okay. He'll probably get 2 years. A better fate than the dogs, who will be in someone's stew by the evening. The best business at the market belongs to an amateur veterinarian who makes a small fortune sterilizing pigs. That's what you do. You take out that, what is that, the ovaries?
Cái đó là cái gì đâu?
And now she can't have babies anymore.
Bây giờ lợn này không có thể đẻ được không? À, còn đẻ gì nữa?
No more. And she's going to get big and fat. So listen, I want to know, is this guy the best veterinarian in the town? Is he the best veterinarian? Yeah.
Yes.
I guess the pigs take a look at your face, they run the other direction.
Lợn nhìn đâu nó chạy đi nữa.
At the Mekong Delta, the land is more productive and the food more abundant. Oh my goodness! Sandwiches and roast pigeon. Wedding! I love weddings. What's that stuff? Rice wine? Please, fellas, no more. I'm working. Please. Thank you. One more. I gotta go. I got more drinking. I gotta go. One more drink. One more toast. One more toast. In the Delta, most of the transportation is done by privately owned riverboat. One afternoon, we found Mrs. Two. She was hauling around a load of that counterfeit Coca-Cola. Where are you going to sell the Coca-Cola? Where are you going to take it to? Down the river. At the ferry stop. Uh-huh. Is this hard work?
Dạ.
Hard work?
Cũng quen rồi, cũng không mệt.
You're used to it, yeah? Mrs. Two, these are the returns? You couldn't sell this stuff today.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the leftovers. Uh-huh. Is this your family here?
Dạ, gia đình.
How many people live in the house?
15 người đó.
15 people living in the house? My goodness. Uh-huh. And how's the soda business, okay?
Đủ ăn gì chứ chào đồ phụ
You
thêm.
get enough for everybody to live, uh-huh. These your pigs, huh?
Dạ.
Nice pigs, right? Oh, is this the way to get out of here? Okay. All right. Whoa. Mrs. Two's house is crowded, but it's certainly much better than most of the shacks that line the riverbank. We stopped at a school, but instead of finding children hard at work, we found a kiddie Las Vegas that was taking everyone's lunch money. And it's number 2! Are you making these kids gamble? What's the prize? A piece of candy. The government insisted that we visit a collective farm. We passed by lots of nice farms. But 10 hours later, our Vietnamese guides were asleep. But before we got to the farm, we had to meet the Provincial Communist Party. And then the County Communist Party Committee. The Municipal Communist Party Committee. Hi, how are you? Hello, and this is what the District Committee. Hello, how are you? Nice to meet you. Hello. How are you? So, by the time we finally got out to the fields, all the farmers had gone home. Where is everybody today? Is anybody working?
Có người ta vì người ta về hết, có người ra đây.
Just a couple. Most of them have already gone home. Uh-huh. Can you find anybody who's working? Maybe one. One man is working. Oh, hello. Finally, we found somebody working. What are you doing today?
Xả lúa.
You're seeding rice. Uh-huh. What's your name?
Tên bác là gì ạ?
Nguyễn Văn Thảo.
Mr. Tao. Uh-huh. How many years you been doing this? All your life?
Nghề này bao năm rồi?
You've been a peasant all your life?
10 years.
10 years on the co-op, but always a peasant?
Ông luôn luôn là nông dân ở đây hả?
Vâng.
Uh-huh, always a peasant. You think we could visit your house after you finish sowing the rice?
Tôi xin phép lại thăm nhà ông được không?
Được.
Yes.
Tôi sẵn sàng.
And how about your wife? Is your wife here?
Không.
No? Why not?
Tại sao vợ không ở đây?
Vợ chết.
My wife died.
Or your wife is dead? How many people live here in this house with you?
5 người.
5 people. Uh-huh. How have things been in your family since your wife died? Has it been hard?
Ngày bác gái mất đời bác có phải khó khăn hơn bác?
Khó khăn.
Pretty hard? Yeah. It's just what you and your grandkid, basically, huh? You gonna be a farmer like Grandpa?
No.
You don't know. You don't want to be a farmer. Do you want her to be a farmer like you?
Bác có muốn cháu lớn lên làm nghề nông như bác không?
Thấy nó yếu quá là không nổi.
She's not strong enough. Whose pepper field is this?
Cái vườn ớt này của ai đây?
Của tôi à.
It's mine.
It's yours?
Tôi làm chủ à.
I am the owner.
You own all this?
Bác làm chủ cả vườn ớt này hả?
Vâng.
Uh-huh. And are you allowed to keep the money you make from selling the peppers?
Bác bán được bao nhiêu tiền bác quyền giữ lại hả?
Vẫn có quyền giữ.
Yes.
Yes, you can keep it all. So this is what you bought with all your money that you made, huh?
Cái mà bác mua hả? Tiền làm được bác mua này hả?
Tiền làm được mua à.
It's pretty nice, huh?
Chưa mua.
Uh-huh. Did you ever have a bicycle before?
Trước đó bác có xe đạp không?
Không.
No.
Trước kia nghèo lắm.
I'm very poor.
You were poor before, but now you've got a bicycle. Uh-huh. Oh, and you got a trailer too.
Để chuyên chở ớt để bán.
To carry the peppers to market, so you can sell them and buy another bicycle.
Có thể mua xe gắn máy.
Maybe a motorcycle. That's your dream, to have a motorcycle?
Giấc mộng của bác hả?
You'd like to have a motorcycle. Not many reporters are allowed to leave Vietnam without visiting the Tzu Maternity Hospital. What is this?
This is the guest book.
Oh, this is your guest book, huh? All the people that visit you? From where? Show me.
Yeah, from Australia.
From Australia.
From United States.
From the United States.
From West Berlin.
West Berlin.
From Switzerland. Zurich.
So you're very popular, huh? This is like a tourist attraction, huh? Vietnam is one of the world's most densely populated countries, and the babies keep on coming. You do have a population problem, don't you, Doctor?
Yes, we have.
Lots of babies.
Yeah.
What is this class here?
Yeah, the mother class.
For the mothers?
Yes.
What are they teaching them?
She's teaching about the family planning. She's telling about the IUD insertion.
But it's too late. They're all pregnant. Let me ask you a question. How many months pregnant are you?
6 months.
6 months? You want to have a boy or a girl?
A girl or boy?
You don't care?
Yes.
After one baby, women are encouraged to get an IUD.
We have more than 100 a day here.
You give more than 100 IUDs every single day? Like an assembly line, huh? Some women come to the hospital for abortions. This is the recovery room. But abortion's not so popular in Vietnam?
Not so popular as in
the United States. Mrs. Ba, a 40-year-old peasant, has just been sterilized. How many kids do you have? 8. You have 8? 8? And you're getting sterilized now. It's a little bit late, isn't it, Doctor? 8 kids. What's she getting? Why are they giving her money?
She is getting the incentive for the tuberculation.
You mean that you pay them if they get sterilized?
Yes.
How much?
500 dong.
500 dong if they get sterilized.
Yeah. And 50 dongs for IUD insertion.
50 dong for an IUD.
And 100 dongs for curettage, for abortion.
$100 if they get an abortion.
Yeah.
You pay people to have abortions? Like a bonus?
Yeah.
Mrs. Bao, what are you going to do with your money?
Chị làm gì đấy? Chị có tiền này thì chị sẽ làm gì?
Về bồi dưỡng.
She will get more food.
You're going to buy some food. So your wife just got an IUD, huh?
Vâng, sáng nay đấy.
This morning, and that's your bonus. Now listen, how come the man didn't get fixed? Listen, wait a minute, I want to know.
Sao đàn ông mà không có là cắt?
How come the man didn't get fixed? You don't like that, huh?
Một người làm là được rồi.
Just one in the family is good enough to get fixed.
Một người làm là được rồi.
How come always the women and not the man? And you're getting the money. Unfortunately for the population controllers, everywhere we looked, another happy fellow was walking down the aisle. You're from the boys' family, huh? Yeah? Oh, you're all dressed up today. Very nice. Et vous êtes le père de la mariée?
Non, je suis grand-père.
You're the grandfather of the bride.
Je suis grand-père pour eux.
Many people know English.
Many people know English here.
Very good here. Yes.
You speak English.
Yes, I and he.
What is your job?
My name is Hằng.
No, your job. Your work.
I'm a teacher.
Why do they go on the bed now?
Take photo. Go to the bed for
They
take
go
photo.
to the bed to take a photo. This is so romantic, isn't it? Everybody's so happy today, huh?
Yes, very happy today.
Very happy.
Yes.
Are they going to celebrate all night long?
Yes.
Get drunk?
Yes.
Drink a lot of whiskey?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
They can song and dancing.
The bride is so pretty. Are they going to go on a honeymoon? They take a honeymoon now?
Yes.
How many days?
7 days.
7 days?
Yes. A week.
1 week honeymoon. Was it love at first sight? Love at first sight. Oh, how romantic. And how about you? When you saw him for the first time? Huh? Oh, very romantic. Very romantic. Listen, do you kiss here in Vietnam?
Ở Việt Nam có hôn nhau không?
How about one kiss? One kiss.
Hôn như vậy, cái thôi, hôn vậy cái. 8 years ago, I shot this videotape at a small orphanage outside Ho Chi Minh City. Half the children had American fathers. I'll never forget the little girl in the black dress who started crying.
Phải con thấy chú để con nhớ ba con không? Phải không? Phải hả? Con có biết ba con không? Biết hả? Hồi ba con chết cho con mấy tuổi? 4 tuổi.
Back in Vietnam after 8 years, I went straight to the orphanage. I'm looking for a little orphan that I filmed 8 years ago. I'd like to show you this videotape, okay? Do you recognize her?
Đúng rồi, kêu
Yes, that's right.
Is she still here?
Dạ. Dạ, em đi về Mỹ rồi.
She went to the United States? Listen, what about her sister?
Chị của em thì ở đây.
Her sister's still here? Oh, this is Mihan, right?
Lúc đó mẹ em đưa đi cho nên
You remember me? I filmed you and your sister. There you are, huh? Oh, you're so big now, huh?
Em hiện lớn quá rồi hả? You miss your sister?
Em quên nhớ em của em cũng.
She went to the United States and you didn't go? Does she ever write to you?
Đầu tư em chồng mong.
I received your letter. I'm very busy in the United States.
Thương chúc chị cùng các em đạt nhiều may mắn.
And where does she live now?
Bryan, Ohio.
But she was no longer in Ohio. We found her in Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Hi.
You're so big. My goodness. And who's this?
Okay, this is my husband.
Your husband?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Your husband? How old are you?
19.
19. When did you get married?
Just a month ago.
Just a month ago.
Yeah.
Your husband? Yeah.
And this my niece.
Your niece?
Michelle.
Hello. Hi, Michelle.
Say
Hello.
hi.
Very nice. Who else we have here?
Okay, and that whole mom.
Your mother-in-law?
Yeah, my mother-in-law.
Hello.
And this my grandmother-in-law.
Grandmother-in-law?
Yeah. This my grandfather-in-law.
Hello, Grandpa.
14 tuổi, 4 tuổi. Bà nó chết nó 4 tuổi.
What do you think, huh? Some difference, huh? What happened to your hair? Huh?
I have a perm.
You got a permanent.
Yeah.
Are you crying when you see that old scene? Yeah.
Yeah.
She had been lonely in the United States, and for 2 years had no friends until she met her husband. But now, there was good news.
You have a surprise here?
Yeah.
What?
Going to have baby.
You're gonna have a baby?
Yeah.
A new American family, huh?
Yeah. I like that now.
Well, you sure have changed.
Yeah.